This is peak flight simulation in 2025, and in this video we're going to go for a cross-country flight in the A2A Aerostar using the Bigscreen Beyond version 2 super sampled again. In fact, I've been using it solid for the past 2 weeks, so I've got some updated thoughts and opinions on that. And also, look at where we are here, and wow, look at that painting. That is absolutely gorgeous. We are at a former B-17 base. This is Conington in Peterborough. Not too far away from where I live actually. And one day soon I'm hoping to fly into this airport, or sorry, airfield rather, in real life, because my friend who actually is over here in his ultralight, Chris. Hey buddy! We were going to fly here actually the other day, but unfortunately his ultralight went a bit tech. But I hope we can arrange a second attempt very soon, because I can't wait to fly here. This guy, fantastic pilot, and we've flown together a couple of times now, and I've shown some of that footage on the channel. It's great to see you in the scenery, buddy. I believe that's you anyway. I might be wrong, but I think it is you and your ultralight. Fantastic. And that's the thing about these burning blue design airfields. They are littered with obsessive details everywhere. And all of this is available for the crazy price of £9. £9. Superb. Look at the detail, the weathering on this hangar door. And by the way, this closes at certain times of the day, perhaps like at the evening when the sun sets, the hangar doors will close. In fact, what I'll do is, instead of looking at me walking around here, have a look at some beautiful footage from a YouTuber by the name of Practically Geek. He makes the best trailers in the business. He has absolutely got such a talent for this, and I'll have a link to his channel in the description below. Please do check him out and give him plenty of subs and likes. This is his video, the official video for Burning Blue Design Conington, and I think you'll agree it looks stunning, doesn't it? And it looks even better than that in VR, but of course showing you VR footage will never portray it the way it really looks in the headset. And the plan today is we're going to go flying, not in this by the way, this is the Wacky Rabbit, and this is stationed here. You can go for a joyride in this. Looks like this guy's about to, and his wife doesn't seem that happy about it, if I'm honest, especially as the pilot's gone missing in action, probably just to go for a quick toilet stop. But yeah, have a nice flight, buddy. Look at the detail of this, and that massive big radial engine looking very nice. You see, they didn't have to make that detail there, but you know what I'm like. I like to see all of the little things that make an airfield feel alive, and this has it. But yeah, we're going to go for a flight in the A2A Aerostar over here. Look at her. This is the updated version. It's not quite ready for prime time. It's still in early access, but I admit this bird has got under my skin quite a lot. I've been flying it all over the place, even in the Himalayas. I'll just show you some shots now, if I've got any. We did a flight recently using Say Intentions, which we're going to use today as well. So my point being, with AI ATC in traffic, with a really high fidelity aircraft such as the Aerostar, with airport sceneries like this from Burning Blue Design, one of many by the way, in a headset this good, this is absolutely peak flight simulation in 2025. And MSFS 2024 is at a point now, in my opinion, especially for GA, that it's great to climb aboard and get in on the action. Because the ground detail, the flight physics, the weather, the lighting, the VR performance even, with fixed and dynamic foveated rendering, is at a point where we can actually enjoy it now. So yeah, there's been a number of updates to this bird, and we've just done our pre-flight, as you can see. I'll just show you quickly, in case you haven't seen my first impression video, that you can do the full walk around, including checking to make sure that there's no water in the fuel. So we can do that now. Click spot is a little bit tricky, but it's easier now. It's either because they've changed it or just because I'm getting used to it. But look at this. And the sounds and everything. Yeah, this has, in my opinion, the A2A DNA running through it. It has that quality. Make sure you check the flaps, the gear, the rudder, the engine oil, the whole thing, because things will break on this if you don't look after her. Anyway, you've seen some of this in my previous video, so I won't spend too much time on this. We are going to attempt to fly the Aerostar from Conington, which is quite a short runway to be fair, although it is a nicely concreted one, but it is quite short, over to Leon-Solent, which is another Burning Blue design airfield. And I think at this point they've got so many beautiful UK airfields, it would be a good idea for Adam and Mike, who are the sole creators. It's only a two-man show, this is, by the way, which I find incredible. The rate that they churn these out at such high quality, I don't know how they do it. But I really think it'd be a good idea to have some bundles now of, say, 5 or 6 airfields for a reduced price, because you do have so many airfields now. I think that would be something to look into. Just a thought there. Anyway, let's climb aboard now. That animation is still very rough, but as I say, this is still early access. And welcome aboard the Aerostar, where we're going to have a bit of a chat as we do our flight today about lots of things. And the Bigscreen Beyond version 2, because I have been using this for 2 weeks solid. And yeah, right, I've left the battery on here actually. Just take the alternators off. We'll put the beacon light on because we are going to get going pretty swiftly. We'll close the door. Again, the animation there does let it down at the moment, but I'm sure that'll be sorted soon. We're going to be quite light today, so we're just going to take a bit of that fuel down. We're also not going to have any baggage either. In terms of the maintenance, I've now got 0 hours on this, which is actually wrong. Why has that changed? I did have 10 hours. That's strange. It might be because of the update. Maybe that's messed things up. Anyway, prop fully forward. Mixture is cut off. Throttle is cracked. Boost pumps are coming on now. In fact, actually, while we do that, we'll just prime the system. The fuel flow is good. That will help, hopefully, the start, because the start will be different every single time. And let's do this. Clear prop and all that jazz. Come on. Come on. Oh, is she not going to start for me today? Yeah, that just shows you. That just shows you exactly what I just said. Sometimes she just doesn't want to know. And we've got to be careful here because our battery is now draining fast. So let's do this again and hope for the best. Oh no, she's not going to start. Oh no! Wow! Okay. Phew! Because look, our battery, I think that could have been our last attempt before having to recharge the battery, which would have been a bit of a headache. Good stuff. Right, fingers crossed then for a good start on the left engine. Come on, baby. Yes, there we go. Fantastic. So we've upgraded our Aerostar as well with this GTN 750, which is nice to see. Got our nav lights on, fuel boost pumps can come off for the time being, lean on the ground a little bit. It's nice to have some posh avionics in the Aerostar. Alternators can come on now as well. Looking good. Now hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll make it into the air on this short runway, and we'll do a bit of a tour around Conington from the air, because Burning Blue design, of course, you don't just get all of this beautiful scenery inside the airport perimeter, but you also get lots of POIs outside of the airfield, as you can see again from this footage from Practically Geek. Again, link to his channel in the description below. Great bloke as well. Highly recommended, guys, honestly. He works so hard with these trailers and he does such a great job as well. Fantastic job. Anyway, I'm just going to do a quick sound check and I'll meet you at the end of the runway once we've warmed up these beautiful engines. See you in a minute. This video is proudly sponsored by FS Academy, and they've got a new range of mission packs for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 called Interceptor. This all new 30 mission training pack is designed to put your IFR skills to the test and includes a wide range of essential topics such as holding patterns, ILS, VOR and NDB approaches, VOR and NDB navigation, and these techniques you will learn will feel really rewarding and will stay with you forever. Take the first step towards IFR today and embark upon an unforgettable and rewarding journey. Please check out FS Academy Interceptor in the notes below. Conington ground, this is Aerostar 12 Lima Golf. Radio check please.
Aerostar 2 Lima Golf, Conington radio, readability 5.
Aerostar 12 Lima Golf, roger, thank you. So that's the other thing that makes this peak flight simulation in 2025, because we can talk to AI air traffic control now. In an aircraft this realistic, in a headset this mind-blowing, Aerostar 12 Lima Golf is ready for taxi.
One two Lima Golf, roger, runway 34 QNH 1013.
Piper 5 Mike Romeo, roger, no reported traffic.
Runway 34 QNH 1013, 12 Lima Golf.
Diamond 5 Mike Romeo, roger.
And by the way folks, I've just changed the QNH setting, which is this here. And I can read that easily without zooming in with the Bigscreen Beyond version 2 when super sampled. I can also read this. Not the COM, but underneath, Echo Golf Sierra Foxtrot, from my normal cockpit position. Just to give you an idea of how insanely sharp the Bigscreen Beyond actually is when it's super sampled. I mean, even when it's not, it's enough, as I've said many times. Look at this scenery, wow. But it's just on another level when you super sample it. It really is. And honestly, if I just had this headset, if you told me tomorrow that I had to get rid of all my headsets apart from the Beyond 2, I would be quite happy with that. That's not to say I'll be a bit sad because I do love the Crystal Super and the Megan X is still my daily driver. But even so, the Beyond 2 is such a great headset that, especially when you use it you know, for 2 weeks solid like I have and forget about all my other headsets, I don't really miss them that much. And that says a lot for this headset, do you know what I mean? Anyway, right. We're now going to put the headphones in. Landing light. And we're not quite on the runway yet, but I'm going to use all the runway I possibly can. So one last look at Conington on the ground here, looking very, very nice. Not bad for £9, eh? 12 Lima Golf is ready for takeoff at runway 34.
One
All
two
good.
Lima Golf, runway 34, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff at runway 34, 12 Lima Golf. Okay, folks, this is it. Now, one thing that is a shame, that is my motion rig doesn't perform like it should with the Aerostar. I know for some of you that is a deal breaker. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, God. Not quite sure what's going on here. That was trying to keep... What the hell happened there? Oscillating there. Was that pilot-induced oscillation? I'm not quite sure, but I tell you what, we got up in no problem at all. You know what I'm thinking, guys? I reckon we'll do a circuit, actually. 12 Lima Golf, request touch and go. Runway 34, Conington. Gear up. Oh, this is looking good.
12 Lima Golf, roger.
Right then, we'll do a downwind. And the eagle-eyed viewer will notice I'm using a different yoke today as well. I've now gone back to the Scylla 60 again. Just because, well, it's been a while, and I'm so used to the Moser now that I thought I'd give this a bit of a bash. And I've got to say, this does feel more realistic. It's just got that extra bit of premium feel about it, especially the way it feels in terms of the design and the build quality, but also just as I'm sort of feeling the aircraft, it feels like I'm moving cables. It's hard to explain, but it's just that little bit more realistic. And I do feel that the force feedback trim still works a lot better in this. I think Moser still have a ways to go. However, I've got to say the Moser yoke is still fabulous, and in many ways it is the better all-rounder, especially when you consider you know, it's got a lot more switches and buttons and things like that. Right, anyway. Do you know, I feel like the colours have changed a bit in 2024 for the UK since we've had a heat wave. It's almost like the ground is more scorched. I mean, that's what it looks like at the moment as well in the air, in real life. But can the sim know that? Does it know that? That'd be amazing if it does sort of change, but I'm not quite sure it's that good. 12 Lima Golf is downwind for runway 34, touch and go. Right, slow down because this is a very fast bird. Very, very quick. She's slippery. Hopefully we'll get a reply from Say Intentions in a moment. Sometimes we don't. Nope, we didn't. Okay. As I say Intentions is not perfect. But I must admit, it's great to hear from many of my subscribers who have gone for it and got a year subscription. And I've had quite a few private messages on my Discord channel from people absolutely loving it. So that's great to hear. I'll just make another call. Conington Radio, this is 12 Lima Golf, turning finals for touch and go runway 34. I guess I'm just doing some call outs. I'm not even sure anyway if this particular airfield has a tower, although we did get someone on the radio as we was taxiing. A bit strange, but anyway. Let's go for our touch and go here. And yeah, Bigscreen Beyond version 2. Like I said, if I, you know, just had this headset and got rid of all my other ones, I wouldn't be too upset about it. And I think that's the best way I can describe how I feel about this. I just think it has many of the crucial areas covered that we want in a VR headset in 2025. That is fantastic form factor, really, really good optics. Like, the sweet spot in this is insanely good. It's really comfortable on the eyes, and I think that's almost probably the most important thing, maybe just slightly under the actual overall comfort of the headset. Not to mention, of course, this has micro OLED panels, so it's very, very nice. You've got perfect blacks, really, really nice colours. Not quite as nice as the Megan X, but you know, just seeing it from this headset's point of view compared to everything else, it is impressive. And it performs so well. If you've got a 5090, guys, wow. It is very, very good. It's a great combination. A killer combination, in fact. Yeah, this yoke feels really nice. Really, I can finesse the Aerostar. Oh, look at that for a landing. Very happy with that. Oh, you can see my tyre marks. Look at I don't know what happened there, folks. I have no idea. I love how you can see all those skid marks on the runway. Thankfully, that was a lot better that time. So you can see there, there's I think there's a plane spot at the end of the runway there. Let's have a quick sort of circuit around Conington and enjoy these views, folks. Flaps up. Is this my favourite headset? Even after 2 weeks? Not quite. The reason being is a couple of reasons. One, I'm not a massive fan of this silicon facial interface. After about an hour or so, I start to feel clammy. I just need to take it off my head for a couple of minutes. I definitely prefer the Halo style, but there is a Halo strap coming for the Bigscreen Beyond version 2 very soon. So I can't wait to hopefully try that and give you my impressions, because that's a bit of a big deal for me. It's just I find the facial interface, it kind of sucks and sticks to your skin, and it just gets a bit uncomfortable for me after a while. That's a personal thing, folks. Some people don't mind that, but I just find it a bit clammy. Also, the 75Hz, it's absolutely fine in this, but I do notice it. Like, I don't notice it anymore because I've been using it for 2 weeks solid. But if I went to the Mega Nex at 90Hz, or even 75Hz, the Mega Nex feels more comfortable, a little less flickery than it does in this. But having said that, the upshot is 75Hz means you've got a lower frame rate target to hit, which is definitely a better thing. It's a good thing. You know, I only need 37.5 frames per second instead of 45, which is a big difference when you're running a high fidelity flight simulator, even with a 5090. So I think overall the 75Hz option is definitely a good thing. I think that's it really, to be honest, because even this has eye tracking. Well, not this particular model, but there is a eye tracking version. I just wish they could get DFR to work. That would be such a big deal. It really would. Anyway, this is Conington from the air. Looking very, very nice, I must say. Blending into its surroundings perfectly. And I really feel that Burning Blue Design, as always, have done a stellar job of bringing that airfield to life, because they don't just use reference photographs, they go to these airfields themselves. So you get the ambience, and you've got dynamic people, dynamic traffic, the hangars close and open, depending on the time of day. You've got full PBR rendering, custom objects everywhere. You get the idea, folks. And what we're going to do now is go from one Burning Blue Design airfield to another, Leon Solent, which I do believe is home to an Aerostar operating there in real life. 12 Lima Golf is with you. Right, land light coming off. Strobe should have been on, my fault. Don't need pitot heat today. Just lean the mixture off a little bit.
Aerostar to Lima Golf, London Control, good afternoon, 12 Lima Golf. You are not under traffic service. Please state your request or contact the appropriate service for your needs.
London Control, 12 Lima Golf is an Aerostar 1 POB at 3,000 feet, requesting basic service to Leon Solent. Oh, this is magic. Pure magic.
12 Lima Golf, roger, basic service, QNH 1013.
Cessna 723 Foxtrot Lima, remain at or below 5,000.
You didn't ask for my squawk code. But there you go, fair enough. That will do. And enjoy the radio chatter. I can't wait for Say Intentions to include general aviation injection, so you get GA aircraft being handled by the AI as well. I think at the moment it's just airliners, but you know, they are on track to really pushing the boundaries. They already are of what's possible in this sim, and it's only going to get better. It really is. Right, let's get our
London
course
Control,
heading.
Speedbird 43 Charlie, flight level 180.
Speedbird 43 Charlie, radar contact.
Let's get all this sorted out, folks. I'll get settled into this flight, and we'll talk more about the Bigscreen Beyond version 2, the Aerostar, and why I think 2025 is peak flight simulation. It is the best we've ever had, without a doubt. Okay, fuel pumps are off. T's and P's all in the green. Just take the mixture back a little bit more. Take the RPM down to 21. That's a nice cruise configuration there. In fact, we can go 20. No, tell you what, we'll go... Yeah, 21 squared, you know. We're not in a rush today. That's nice and quiet.
Golf. Verify your squawking 4264, mode C.
You did not tell me that.
734, contact Heathrow radar on 127.525.
Switching to Heathrow radar on 127.525. American 734.
4264.
Virgin 130, contact Heathrow radar on 125.625.
4264, 12 Lima Golf. He's busy, that's
Over
why.
to Heathrow radar on 125.625 to Virgin 130.
He's very busy.
Lima Golf, identified QNH 1013.
That's more like it.
12 Lima Golf, roger. Continue on your present heading. Basic service, QNH 1013.
There we go. Basic service, thank you. 12 Lima Golf. And basic service is what we do in the UK, if you're wondering, folks. If we just want basically to be...
12 Lima Golf, roger. Basic service, QNH 1013.
Right, I think it's got a bit stuck here. I won't reply anymore.
Delta. Whiskey contact Heathrow radar on 127.525.
So we're nice and low. So we're currently flying at a bit of an angle. I tried to adjust the rudder trim. Doesn't seem to have made any difference. That could be a bit of a bug. I'm not quite sure in this latest beta. But look at this. We're still at 180 knots. And we're at 21 squared. There's plenty more power in this bird as well. That's what I love about the Aerostar. She has plenty of get up and go. And a lot of character as well. And it's a large aircraft. And, you know, because, you know what it's like, folks, because I've been getting into this aircraft quite a bit, I've been looking at YouTube videos of real owners with this bird. And it just goes to show you how realistic the A2A Aerostar is once you start seeing, like, real videos of this thing in action. And I must admit, even the sounds are actually better than I thought. They do sound actually spot on. I'm just not sure. I really don't know why we're lopsided here. But there we go. So what's my conclusion then, folks, of the Bigscreen Beyond version 2 after 2 weeks using it non-stop, super sampled? Well, I went back to the Megan X after this and I was shocked with the lenses in the Megan X. They're just nowhere near as good as this. Also, the field of view is so narrow in the Megan X as well. I also, even though I've retrofitted a Vive Deluxe audio strap, I still, you know, I just think this beautiful design of the integrated audio solution that Bigscreen Beyond provide with this audio strap is elegant, it's really nice, it sounds better as well. So there's a lot of things, really. Most things are better about this headset than the Megan X, if you're wondering. I'm not really going to do a full comparison. I've got that on the channel already, a very detailed comparison of both these headsets. And I did say in that video that I recommend the Bigscreen Beyond version 2 over the Megan X for most people. I'm still saying that now. I still think the Bigscreen Beyond version 2 is the better choice. However, I still personally prefer the Megan X, and it's only due to that BOE 4K display. For me, it's at the center of everything why I love the Megan X. It's such a gorgeous display. But that doesn't mean that that might be right for you, because the thing is with the Bigscreen Beyond version 2, the company, well, you're going to be looked after more. You've got a better returns policy. I think the headset overall, you won't have hardly any issues with it. You know, the Megan X, well, it's still sort of a beta headset in terms of its software. It's not quite there yet. It is getting much better now, and my Discord is full of very happy Megan X owners, absolutely, which is great to see. It still is not where it should be, whether the Beyond 2 is a more polished product, and I think it will give you less headaches. That is the testing ground, I think. The Cranfield, it's near Cranfield anyway, that's where they test all the cars. Anyway, I completely lost my train of thought now. But yeah, in essence, when I use this headset and no other, when I don't swap and change all the time, which in some ways is a curse, you know, When I just settle on this headset, I am more than happy with it. I would be very happy if I just had this and no other VR headset. And I think that says it all, really, doesn't it? You know, I'd be happy to change to this if I had no other option. And I wouldn't, you know, I would miss the pure clarity and colours of the Megan X. I would miss the insane field of view and the spheric lenses of the Crystal Super and the eye tracking, you know. I'd miss, what else? What other headsets? The Somnium VR1, I would miss the mixed reality pass-through of that headset and the hand tracking and everything. But you know what, folks? In 2025, some of the most important factors for me in a VR headset is optical clarity. You know, the optic stack in this is really good. I'm not getting any glare in this either. There is glare though, don't get me wrong. I'm just not getting it in this scene. Let's just switch the lights off for a minute. Let's see what happens there. I hate how you get that stutter when you go to the menu. Let's just see what happens here. Oh, yeah. I do this every time, folks. I know, I'm so sorry, but that looks... it looks so good. Oh, that looks so good. No glare either. I'm not getting any glare, interestingly. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But that's right there. Like, that's just insanely good. I know some people want to know as well, how do I feel about the Play for Dream compared to the Bigscreen Beyond version 2 as well? How does that compare? Now, admittedly, the Play for Dream has inside-out tracking. It has eye tracking as well as controllers. You know, you can do wireless with it. So, you know, it sounds like a way better headset than the Beyond 2. But it ain't, guys. It's not. Not for what we're doing. Not for flight simulation. Not a chance. That don't work anymore, that real-time switch. Oh, that's bright again. Oh yeah, that's another thing as well. I would miss the brightness of the Somnium VR1, the Super, as well. I didn't realise that. We wasn't in live weather mode. So now we've got some cloud. Might have to ask for a different QNH setting now. That looks spectacular. And hasn't made a difference to the frame rate either. I'm running, by the way, in case you're wondering, a powerhouse of a PC. This is a Flight Sim spec Stormforce 9800X3D processor with the MSI 5090. I currently have a £300 non-affiliated discount code still running. And again, many people on my Discord have used that link and are loving it. It's great to see lots of Stormforce owners, especially in the UK. But yeah, I would miss the brightness. You can obviously go a bit crazy with this headset and sort of, what's the word? I think it's like an overdrive setting. But even then, I don't know, I just don't really find it. I find that a little bit too much of a strain for the headset. I'm sure it'd be fine in overdrive mode, but I'm not sure I'd want to run it like that on a permanent basis. I'm not sure what that would do to the displays. I'm using it at 100% at the moment with the fan at 80%, which is actually helping it keep cool a lot more. I don't feel so clammy in the headset. That's also helped by the air conditioning. But overall, yeah, no, it's bright enough for me. Brightness is not a deal breaker for me. It all depends on what's important to you in a headset. You know, if brightness is your jam, then don't get a Bigscreen Beyond version 2. Don't get a Megan X, get a Super or get a Somnium VR1. If black levels are your jam, then Beyond 2, Megan X. If form factor is your thing, again, these two headsets. There's lots of different headsets out there for different people. We are absolutely spoilt with options now, and I think that's got to be celebrated. It really has. Right, with that being said, folks, I am 19 minutes away. I'm going to stop talking because I'm fed up with my own voice, and I will see you a bit further down the road as we head closer to Leon Solent. And no idea why the aircraft is banking like this, but never mind, it could be the wind. In fact, let's just have a quick look at the wind here. Is there a way of finding it out on here? Change fields. Distance, desired track. I'm sure there used to be a wind direction. Yes, there is. Right there. Ah, press the wrong button, you idiot. That one. Okay. Yeah, so there's not much wind. So there's some sort of bug going on with this aircraft, with this update. But in any case, I'll see you a bit further as we get close to Lyon-Solent, which is another beautiful burning blue design airfield. Welcome back, folks. We're just skirting the Isle of Wight. We've just been cleared to land at Lyon-Solent. And we've just done our before landing checklist. Landing light is on, fuel pump is on. Mixtures fully rich, prop now fully forward. That will help drag a little bit because we are a little bit quick. But we're currently on finals. Landing gear coming down now. I'd just like to say once again thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you've watched this far in the video, it really, really means a lot. And in my opinion, as I say, and hopefully I've shown to a degree that flight simulation is insane in 2025, and what we have available now is a dream come true, especially with talent like A2A and Burning Blue Design and headsets like the Bigscreen Beyond version 2. And even though I sampled this, I'm still getting really good FPS. Now I will say Lyon-Solent is a bit of a killer for FPS. So we'll see how we get on. At the moment it's not budging, but I am expecting some issues when we get a bit closer. It's now sort of drawing in some of the scenery. There is a little bit of a mesh issue there, I've noticed. Hopefully that will resolve itself as we come into land. Finessing with this LS60 yoke. It does feel more realistic than the Moser, I've got to admit, it does. But both options are really good, and they both have advantages and disadvantages. I've got a video on that soon. Yeah, it's kind of looking a bit janky, this scenery, I must say, some of the photogrammetry, but we're oh, a bit of a stutter there. First one, that's fine. We're at 30 frames per second now, but it still feels smooth though in the headset. Probably doesn't on the VR recording. Look at this, I can still really, I can definitely land easier with this yoke. It's definitely a lot easier. Whoa. Okay, and here we are, folks. Thank you for watching. This has been the A2A Aerostar, the latest version, at the time of this recording anyway. Super sampled in the Beyond version 2 at 5,300 something per eye. Crazy. Showcasing burning blue design airfields, which are fabulous, as you can see here. They look so good. And you know, these days most of my time is spent flying between all of these fantastic airfields. I just can't get enough of them, I really can't. They really are just so damn realistic. Right, leaning the mixture a bit now, and landing light can come off. Strobe. And this is it, time to get a coffee. It just feels like when you land at one of these airfields, it feels like you've actually travelled somewhere different. Do you know what I mean? It has that feel about the place. Look at that massive radar dish. Wow. In VR that looks huge. But anyway, in essence, I absolutely, completely and utterly recommend the Bigscreen Beyond version 2. And in many cases, it's probably the best VR headset for most of you out there, especially those who want a great form factor and micro OLED. But remember, you do need base stations with this. I'm running one today, and it's been a bit jittery, but that's because my chair is in the way. So that's why it's been a little bit jittery. But overall, you can get away with one. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. As always, take care. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now. Oh, and by the way, obviously, the A2A Aerostar, I give it my full recommendation as well. Now, that's kind of easy, really, isn't it? It's A2A, what more can you say? And every update, it just keeps getting that little bit better. Definitely worth it. Another great flight in the bag. our hobby. It is a very special one, don't you think? I think so. There's not many things I can do in my life where I can be this present and this immersed, for lack of a better word, in something that I just love doing so much. All from the comfort of my own home as well. What do you think?